Hello, my name is Cabaster, and today I'm going to show you something that I thought was kind of unique within the Star Wars game, MMO game, which is the current game I'm playing. And it just seems like really needs some work. And what I'm talking about is heroics. And unlike a lot of games, heroics where you're running a dungeon or something, these are actually heroic quests that can only be to do if you do it at the right level that they're meant for. You can only do them with the amount of people they're saying. Like the Republic's Most Wanted on Coruscant is a 4-person heroic. You generally want someone with some type of healing skill and someone with some type of tank skill, but then that's early content. Later game content, you need someone with a tanking spec, you need someone with a healing spec to get through most of this stuff. But it's unique content, a way to do it, but the problem with it is that no one will do it with you for the most time. In Coruscant, which is, the after you do the starter planets, these are usually the planets that you do heroics on and then forget about because it's so hard to find a group. And the reason behind it is because you'll have like 100 people on Coruscant, not damn one will group with you. Oh yeah, let's ignore him. I had to skip it until I was overpowered. I just make him do it, and most people probably skip it, or they do it. They do what I used to do, but I just switched to skipping, which is where what I used to do is ran normal content, picked up the heroic quests, and when they turned gray, depending on what level they were, I would go back and take care of them just to see what I could pick up. And that was usually just a waste of my time. I mean, I think only twice ever have I found something worthwhile, and that was I went from a regular item to a moddable orange item. That was it. That was the most improvement I've ever seen. And for the most part, I had to spend money to get it useful, which if I did it at level and kept and just had it since the heroic level, then I would have been able to pick up mods and whatnot that made it way better than what it is, instead of spending, I think I spent 50k to upgrade it. It's always been a problem, and then I'm sitting here going, well, you know, I've been looking for a way around it, and the only way to do heroics at level is to stand there. Like this video I'm showing you near the end of my call-in, but I stood there for 5 minutes just calling out every time I knew the chat would reset for most people on the game, with guild, private chat, and just general chat. I'd call out looking for group this heroic, and it was boring. I sat there for 5 near on 10 minutes just doing nothing. Now, generally, a lot of people don't turn this into a total waste of time. They'll actually have their companion professions, and they'll run the companion off and make him do this or that while they're waiting. Now, for my character, I didn't have that because this is an alt that I was just leveling to know the storyline up to a certain point. And I do have one of every character and every specialization, and they're all at least, midway through their starter planet just for fun. I usually like story, so I'm probably going to have max level characters by the time I quit Star Wars just for story. I was thinking, like, there's gotta be some other way around this. And for the most part, I found out there is a way to level skipping heroics that does not hurt you. Now, granted, yes, doing heroics does help. Certain heroics where you know what the reward is. Let's say the first heroic that you pick up on Coruscant, you almost always want to do because you get a modded chest piece. And almost everyone wants one of those. But the only way I found around this is to not do the content. I usually pick up the quests and untrack them so I don't have to look at the stupid pick up quest sign 24/7. I'm like, oh look, a quest, a quest, a quest. And you know what? Just pick it up, don't track it, and just keep doing your normal quest through the planet story, through your story. And at the end, when you finish the planet, like I just finished Balsavis on my main, well, my current main, and I think I had 3 or 4 heroics. One of them at the time, it was just post 3.2. I leveled before the Wednesday server shut down. That, according to what I heard, fixed that issue. But I pretty much picked up all the heroics, and I think the only heroic that I heard a call for was the bugged one, that I was at level 4. So I just, I was like, oh, sorry mate, I heard it's bugged, I'm not even going to try. Went on. And as soon as I finished the planet, I knew I was finished. I was actually a little bit behind content because I've been powering through it instead of doing it all. And as soon as I finished that planet, I knew I wasn't coming back unless I was doing a bonus series, some worthless POS, like a daily. Then I just dropped all the quests. I went from 18 quests down to about 12 for the whole planet. That was every daily I found. I dropped. And I did every quest I found, excluding 2. And I think those were area quests, which I don't know, because my first character getting up this high. But I don't know if area quests are pertinent to leveling, like you need to do them, or else you're going to fall behind. I think actually area quests are more of like a makeup for the fact that it's hard to get a heroics. Because I started doing them on the next planet, the planet where you talk to some weird bug-eyed creatures that don't talk right, and I swear I want to smack someone for coming up that planet, but I came up to an area and I did that quest to catch, and it seems like it gives me enough experience because I've gone through 4 objectives and I'm still not done with it. I only did it for like 10-20 minutes and then I had to log off, but you know, 4 objectives, a good amount of XP each time, somewhere near 10k XP, which for me is actually pretty good. And I mean, yeah, the objectives are kind of streamlined down this certain area, and I'm thinking they lead into your normal quests that you do get for the storyline itself, and then, you know, your storyline and the planet storyline itself. But that's about it. I mean, truthfully, I don't see a way of leveling without doing either heroics or something to give you that little oomph, little chutzpah that you need to keep going, because, you know, I may power through content and maybe miss 1 or 2 quests, but that netted me where after the planet after Belsavis, I couldn't power through content. I actually had to run and start doing task forces and other things just to catch up, because I was 2 levels below. I mean, it was so hard for me to get through Belsavis's final quest. I think I had to prop my heroic moment to guarantee I did it. I was fully stimmed and I was fully stimmed. I had everything off cooldown. I popped everything I had, and I still had like I still remember my companion dropping and me only having 2% health by the end of the fight. Like, and I'm assuming that because I missed these occasional quests here, I'm a little bit behind. But 2 levels is a lot in your endgame content. You're talking a couple 100,000 XP, which is not the easiest to come by, but it still comes by. I have yet to figure out what's going on here. And I've been talking with other people, and they're saying that you have to do an occasional heroic. They say like 2 or 3 per planet usually covers them pretty good. Although a lot of these people are leveling up, so they have the free time to log in on that tune, call out that they want to do this heroic, and if they don't get it, switch to another tune that's at a different spot and try with them. Truthfully, I wish I had that convenience. I kind of wish I actually bought the game and was able to play during the opening week, where, you know, if I had the precognition to know to play on this specific server I'm playing on because of its population, I'd be able to actually get groups, get up to level, and oh my god, actually not have to grind in quietness. I mean, during peak hours on weekdays, I've seen maybe 20 people on planet unless there's dailies. That's how few people actually level anymore. It's always like, oh, the first 20, 25 levels, there's a crap ton of people. As soon as you hit the 25 mark, even though you haven't even completed Chapter 2, which is where you get all your legacy bonuses for that class for the most part, excluding 1, they quit. So it is really hard to get a heroic group. My name's Clabaster, as I said earlier. If you have any constructive criticism or some questions, post it on the bottom of the video. If you like it, I'm trying to post videos whenever they come to me at least once a week. Or if they come, like this one just came a few days after the first one that I created the last video, so it's going to be ahead of the schedule. Ask questions, I'll give you answers. No stupid questions. If you have personal questions about me, don't post them on the comments. Just send me a email in system. I'll try and answer them if they actually matter.